I was moving so much volume that it started putting his actual business account at risk, so he shut it down. I was 12 years old, making around $10,000 a month, and I wasn't even allowed to have a bank account yet. So I started running everything through my dad's PayPal until I was moving so much money, I almost got him in trouble with the IRS. That's when I realized this probably wasn't normal. This is not a tutorial. I'm not telling you to go do this. This is just what actually happened. I have some notes up so I don't talk in circles, but this is my real life. I'll throw in pictures and random stuff as we go. When I was younger, I collected Pokemon cards, and I was really good at it. Not in a wholesome way. In a, this kid is using psychological tactics on fellow third graders kind of way. My goal was, of course, simple. Get the best cards possible. Am I proud of every strategy I used? Not really. Am I proud that I even thought of them? Yeah. Eventually, people started noticing. Kids recognized me in the hallways. Parents would stop me outside school. I got a nickname. I was literally called the Pokemon Master. And then people started asking questions. How does this kid have so many cards? So I panicked and made something up. I told people my grandfather used to work for the Pokemon company, and that after he passed away, I'd get boxes of cards sent to me every year on his birthday. It feels weird now saying that out loud, but people believed it. Honestly, it kind of backfired. Now I sound like I inherited everything instead of earning it. But at least no one thought that I was stealing or scamming, which for the record, I wasn't. I just needed an explanation that wasn't I'm better at this than all of you. By the start of 7th grade, I decided I was done collecting. I wanted real money, probably for candy if we're being honest, so I listed my first card online, a Plasma Storm Charizard, on an Instagram account called Pokemon Original Authentic. I literally spelled it wrong. Within a few hours, someone commented. Then I got a DM. A few days later, I made my first sale. $70 to someone across the world. That card is worth over $1,000 now, but who's counting? That $70 sale really helped everything click though. This wasn't just a kid collecting and having fun anymore. This was a market, so I treated it like one. I grew the account like a brand, posting consistently, doing giveaways, collaborating with other pages. Once I had attention, I stopped doing basic sales and started running raffles, feeder raffles, and eventually building my own system to predict card prices. I wasn't guessing, I was tracking sales across different countries, watching population reports, comparing markets. If a card was selling for £80 in the UK and $70 in the US, I knew exactly where to buy and exactly where to sell. That gap, that was free money if you moved fast enough. Then I made one of the smartest moves I ever thought of. I became a middleman. I didn't need to own expensive cards, I just needed to facilitate trades between people who did. That meant that I could handle and profit off inventory way bigger than what I could actually afford. I expanded into other markets like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball, but Pokemon was always the core. At one point, I was literally supplying card shops in Italy through international arbitrage. I was having direct conversations with grading companies on a first name basis. I still have CGC's contact in my phone. I was 12 years old and nobody knew. By 8th grade, I was consistently making around $10,000 a month. I'd been using my dad's PayPal to process payments. He knew about it, he was supportive. But eventually, I was moving so much volume that it started putting his actual business account at risk. So he shut it down. I was 12 years old, and I had outgrown my dad's PayPal. I wasn't old enough to open my own account, so I had to figure something else out. I won't get into that, but I figured it out. Right before I turned 13, someone scammed over $600 worth of product from me in a trade. Cards I was buying to invest. Cards that today would be worth over $6,000. I could handle losing the money. What I couldn't handle was what happened next, because that one trade turned into something way bigger than cards. Death threats. Stalking. Someone found my grandparents' address in another country, and 300,000 people watched me disappear overnight. Part 2 coming soon.